I'm John Carter. I'm the president and founder of MetalArmor Polishes. Today we're going to share with you metal polish. Before I leave and start the process, I would like to tell you that this process is completely green. There is no petrochemicals involved. There's no waxes. There's no silicones. It's an absolute 100% clean and green material. What we're going to do first is show you a piece of brass that we use for demonstration purposes. And as you can see, this is a very shiny piece. It's a good way to show how the product works. What we're going to do first is we're going to take a piece of 30 micron polishing paper, which is the equivalent to 1200 to 1500 wet and dry sandpaper. And what we're going to do is we're going to move this back and forth across the surface until we have a totally scratched surface. And as you will see in this next clip, this is actually quite scratched. As you can see, we have scratched that surface pretty well, and the next step in the process is going to be the polishing process. The next step is going to be to shake the bottle, make sure that the interior ball rattles, which you can hear, and then we will go ahead and put a small amount of material on the polishing applicator, and we're going to go ahead and rub that back and forth. The reason we're moving this back and forth is because the oxides are working and actually dissipating as we move this back and forth. And at the same time, it's also removing the scratches and impregnating the metal, whatever it is, metals, plastics, paints, with materials that lock out the oxidation process. We're now going to take a black sponge and we're going to wipe the surface off. The reason for this is we remove the spent material with the black sponge, and then it keeps all of that material off of the polishing cloth. The next step is to go ahead and finalize the polishing process by taking a microfiber cloth and rubbing off the surface. Now, as you can see, that's pretty shiny. That's a far cry from what it was a few minutes ago. I mean, it is absolutely incredible what happens when you polish with this process. The next item we have is an all brass radiator. It was actually all black. It had been sitting out there for 2 or 3 years. I asked him if I could take the radiator and polish it and use it as a demo. He agreed, and this is what we have now. The next piece we have to share with you is actually a fire extinguisher, and you wouldn't have believed what a piece of junk this thing was when I picked it up. I'm going to zoom in on it a little bit, and I'm going to pan, and you can see how beautiful this piece is. The amazing thing is that this has been polished for about 8.5, 9 years, and it's never lost its luster. The last thing we're going to show you is an Accuride wheel. It's not even an Alcoa. This was an unpolished wheel when I got it. It was damaged. It had a big scrape in it. I sanded that all out and polished the wheel. It's been probably 9, 10 years since we polished this. We polish it every once in a while to clean it up, get the fingerprints and stuff off of it. It's usually about a 2-minute deal, and it's back and running. But it has stayed shiny like this for almost 10 years. We'd like to conclude this video by thanking you for taking the time to watch and see how this product works. We've been doing this for about 10 years. We have incredible results. We have many, many testimonials. It lasts for long periods of time. We have a 30-day money-back guarantee. And, we hope you buy some and you enjoy it.